to another side-splitting edition of Orange Ranger Bloopers. And now, here's your host, the Orange Ranger.
Hello, heroes! I am the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Hiatus video. You know, I've been doing this hosting reviews thing for a while now, and if you think I'm pretty much perfect at it, obviously you haven't been watching for long! This week, we're going to take a tour through some of my best slip-ups, goofs, oopsies, and flops. That's right, it's the best of the bloopers. Alright, let's start this look back by going all the way back to the Super Mega Force reviews, back when I first started reviewing Power Rangers. I decided that I was going to keep my mistakes in the videos, because Zordon knows Super Mega Force wasn't giving us anything to smile about itself, am I right? Alright, let's take a look. It does a good job of introducing the villains, although one general and that blue grunt are not having Subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment, subscribe, do a dance, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Amazon.com, this guy, just anything. The Super Force Mega, his name is Slim Shady. The other three Rangers go Legend Mode, Legend Mode. Pacha has the ability to steal all of the team's weapons. Jake and Jake and Jake and Jake and Jake and Emma and Jake. Alright, got the Ranger rules right here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, right here. Right here. Here we go. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Right here. Right here. Here we go. Here we go, right here. Right here. Here we go. Hi! Hi again! Basically, Gia and Noah figure out who Troy... That was fun, wasn't it? Good times, good memories. But sadly, after that, I decided that the videos were getting a little too long and that cutting the bloopers might help keep things shorter. So the rest of Super Mega Force and basically everything through Dino Charge's hiatus don't have blooper reels. I know, it's sad. But coming out of the Dino Charge hiatus, I decided it was time to bring the bloopers back. I started with episode 9 and 10, where there's just a blooper at the start of the episode, starting things slowly, but by episode 11, the bloopers were back full force. One thing I do want to point out, when I started including the bloopers in full force again with episode 11, I started including them as a reel on the end slate in a smaller portion of that end slate. I want to show you guys these bloopers in full size, but I don't have those files anymore, so I'm resizing them from the video. So there's going to be a little drop in quality, and you are going to hear the blooper background music. Alright, that said, let's take a look at some more of these bloopers. Plunges the thermostat down to freezing. Yes, he does! Yes, he does! Yes, he does! Yes, he does! Because, oh, yes, he does! Yes, he does! Apparently so, as he seems ready to give it over. However, the Golden Ghost gets in the way again, and this time starts to assume... All of the bad guys come running up to take their turns at the new Ranger. Poisandra and Curio are defeated by him summoning the duck squid hammer. I just wanted to have a simple way to look at those sequences later, to have them all gathered into one place. And that went right off the rails. Now, I wanted to stop right here for a second because this is where I hit the most epic blooper situation I have ever been a part of. The one time that I just could not get a line right. And it was twice in a row. So here's a look at the first line I was trying to say. So then it's time to record, kind of like I'm doing right now. But that brings up something of a personal annoyance. A couple of months ago, the remote control for my camera just vanished. I can't find it anywhere, and I've looked online and I can't even find a replacement part for it. It's just not made anymore. I'm betting you that I'm going to find it when I move, although it's just as likely that it fell into a trash can and it just got thrown out. Anyway, my point is I can't just hit record and stop anymore and indicate which takes are good and which takes are bad. So, as a workaround to that, now before each take of a paragraph, I hold up a finger indicating the number take it is. That seems simple enough, doesn't it? Well, take a look at this. So then it's time to record. Kind of like I'm doing right now. A couple months ago. Weeks, months, time vortex. Time force. Is it weeks or months? It's months. Got it. A couple of months ago, the remote control to my camera just vanished. It did, and I'm very sad about it. Hits me right here in the 6th. So then it's time to record. Kind of like I'm doing right now. Damn it. I'm betting you that I'll find it the day I move, although it's just as possible that it fell into a trash can and it got thrown out. This might have to be a split take. Anyway, then it's time to record. No, it's not. Anyway. That was crazy. It definitely starts to get inside your head and ruin that automatic process of reciting lines that makes doing things like this easier. But hey, I figured I got all my bloopers out of the way on one take, right? Well, here's the next line I had to say. I rehearsed the takes, believe it or not, since this is the 5th take of this paragraph, by the way, before I do them in order to try to quick memorize them. I guess my high school acting background comes in pretty handy there. The first take is the only rehearsal that doesn't actually end up on camera, seeing as I do that rehearsal before I hit the record button. When I do a good take, I write down the number so I know which of the takes are good and which of the takes are bloopers. By the way, are you guys enjoying having the bloopers on the end slate? I think for me, that's pretty fun. I think I'm going to keep doing it. Again, not that bad, right? Well, I rehearse the takes, believe it or not, before I do them to try to quick memorize them. So I guess my high school acting background comes in a bit of handy there. This is going rough. I rehearse the takes, believe it or not, before I do them. I rehearse the takes, believe it or not, before I do them in order to try to quick memorize them. I guess my high school acting background comes in handy there. I cannot believe this take is not memorizing. I'm literally talking about how I rehearse takes to memorize them, and it's not memorizing. I rehearse the takes, believe it or not, before I do them in order to try to quick memorize them. I guess my high school acting background comes in handy there. When I get to a good take, and it's the first take anyway, rehearse, first take, good take, bloopers. Jeez Louise, that video was a rough one. The funniest thing about it to me is that I was making a video telling you guys how I make videos, and here I couldn't stop messing up in a video about making videos. Well, obviously from that point on, the bloopers were going to be a permanent fixture on the show, as they have been. So let's go ahead and take a look at the best of the rest of my mess-ups the rest of the way. But I don't understand why I don't understand. Oh, hey Rangers. You look well. Anyway, I actually debated for a moment whether I would review the episode after it's airing on the 17th, or hold off until the Halloween special. It's true. Just to address it, once again, we start on Sledge's ship. A spike ball goes to get a monster, Gold Digger, out of his cell. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. It's October, but bloopers are reminding me of Christmas carols, walking in a blooper wonderland. A hurt and fed up Shelby leaves, and Tyler tells Chase that he was being a bit of a end, which is not something I can say. Shelby, fed up and truly hurt by Chase's teasing, Oh, yes. I shall have it. On my head and call me a donkey with on its head. With its orange alligator head grips and the other thing that it has. Here we go! Yay! By the way, I can officially confirm that Dinosaurus here is getting a show on Fox. It's called Dinosaurus and the Kids. Watch it at 8 o'clock, 7 Central. And teasing being wrong seems like a moral that's better fet for sesame better fet. But now we take a quick little time out on the plot as we take a time out on remembering the line too. He explains that he had hoped to bond with it, but that I had forgotten the rest of the paragraph, so that's obviously not going to work. It has absolutely no issue with the two Vivazords destroying them easily. It was so easy. It was easier than remembering this paragraph, apparently. It really kind of seemed like none of those other things he did mattered when they were all amazing and important. The only real downside to this episode is that in focusing on Philip becoming heroic and brave, they kind of downplayed his contributions to charity. Oh Lord, here we go. It didn't even air anywhere near Halloween, airing May 3rd, 1994. I can't think of the rest, but shut up, humans! Raising Spirits is a good if clunky This is a very clever adaptation of Sentai footage, as this doesn't even adapt an episode of Shinkenger, but a movie that followed it. And it wasn't even themed around Halloween, it dealt with different types of movies. Farts! Halloween farts on all of you! Oh, right, you have to be dead to be invited to the Nylox Halloween bash. Right, dead. Well, this is the part where he... Never mind the fact that they didn't care about helping Riley and Coda. That is a monster and you are Power Rangers, and I don't know the rest of this take. Losing their friendship should not have made them uncaring about their ranger duties. Just like losing my mind shouldn't make me forget what the line is. He gives the Rangers... After a fight with some slightly more natural fight banter, a Dinomorpher Blast / Lightning Strikes chase pieces of particle poop. Then he straightens up and kicks them into rope traps. It was all a trap, and it was a trap, and it was a trap. Trappity trap, trappity trap. It's a trap! It's a trap! He wants to go back to the ship. Fury overhears that the Energem is unbonded, and I don't know what he does. He heard about it here. Hello, I heard the Energem is unbonded. Well, yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna put it on Facebook right now. With all of that established, there's an episode for us. Let's review episode 22, Race to Hello. You have to be down here, or you can leave. That's fine. Slinch. I almost want to include that. Slinch. Slinch tells Reg